So let's look at Bitcoin, a little bit of a Bitcoin update. So really not much has changed for Bitcoin. I'm going to go down to this chart because this is the chart I was using last time I showed you guys what I was talking about. So I'm going to remove the drawings really quickly. I want to see something. Okay, now I'm going to put the back. I just wanted to see if I drew those lines or not on the stock RSI. So to me, as long as Bitcoin stays about 65,500, you still have the measure move up to around 104,000. So really the time frames I really care about, like the daily is still in a downtrend in my humble opinion. The 2 days getting ready, as the 3 days should be as well. Yeah, that's curving up. So really the only time frames I really want to get in-depth analysis on is like under the daily. So the 12-hour chart, kind of just like the daily chart, both around the 50 to 60 stock RSI, but you know, they're curling up, struggling. Usually when this curls up in a downtrend, it just curls back down. So maybe it's trying to get some people thinking, oh, 12 hours curling up, it's time to go up again, when in reality, shorter term price action probably is back to the bottom of this trend line, which is around that 67,000, 67.5 area. And if you can hold that last low at 67,440, that is a really good sign. So you had a low there. So you had a low, you had a high, you had a low, you had a high, you had a low, now you have another high, and we're getting pretty tight in the channel. My guess is, again, you make a higher high, a higher low, I should say, above 67.4. If you lose 67.440, it's likely that the trend is over, but anything can happen. It could be a fake out. But really, 67.440 is what you want to hold to be bullish. And this 8-hour chart right now, and the 8-hour chart right now, again, kind of the same thing as the 12-hour, really nothing to talk about. The 8-hour chart did get oversold, trying to get the bounce now. I am going to just clear up these drawings because down here, they're just, I don't like it. So the 6-hour chart right now, 6-hour kind of similar to the 8-hour, nothing crazy. The 4-hour chart, you're above the 200, you're above the 21, you had the golden cross, but the price action is still struggling. The 2-hour chart, you had the golden cross right here. You had the golden cross. It was right there. When the 21-day moving average, the smaller moving average, crosses the larger one, that's a golden cross, but really you didn't get much of a move up in price. The 1-hour chart, which is really probably what's going to tell us what's going to happen next, you can see it put in a lower high because I said you're at the top of the trend line, and it's likely you come back to the bottom. Now, the 1-hour chart is oversold, trying to get the bounce. I would basically say super short-term price action. If Bitcoin can break 71,460, that's a higher high on the 1-hour chart, or at least a higher high on the local time frames. So if you can break that, there's a very good chance you gap up to that next resistance at 72,876 for Bitcoin. So that's what I'd be looking for. If you break 71,300, 71,400, it's very likely you gap up to the next resistance up there at 72,763 or around that area. If Bitcoin cannot reclaim 71,365, it's likely you come back to the bottom of the pattern around 67.4, 67.5. If you do not hold that level, that's extremely bearish because then you'd be losing the pattern. So the pattern the bulls have to hold is 67.440, and the pattern that they must break to get a bullish breakout would be 71,365. If you guys enjoyed this update, appreciate if you hit the subscribe button. I'll be posting this to my Discord first, and then a few hours later I'll post it to YouTube. It is macro analysis, so I don't think it's a time sensitive video, but as long as you guys see it, on 411, I think we're all good. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. If you guys want to join the Patreon, link to join that is in the description below on YouTube. So with that being said, guys, that's all I got today. Hopefully you all have a great day. Today is Thursday. I'll be back live Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Time. See you guys on the live stream at 8 p.m. Central Time.